Build a base PEKKA smash, that's what we're having a look at today, just diving straight in. Is it as powerful as it seems? I seem to have been hit by this quite a lot of times actually. At 3 stars my base, fairly often it seems. Thought I'd give it a little bit of a go, thought I'd give a few different troop combinations a go, see if I could see a little bit of a pattern. What we're going to do is have a look at 7 attacks here. They're not all 3 stars. Is there a pattern to what 3 stars and what isn't? So we have a look at this base at the moment. Pretty easy break into the wall with some wall breakers. That left me 5 PEKKAs instead of 6. Now I do see people attacking my base sometimes with 6, sometimes with 4, sometimes with wall breakers, sometimes with witches, sometimes with cannon carts. All sorts of different things backing up their PEKKAs. So maybe 4 or 5 PEKKAs with cannon carts, or 4 or 5 PEKKAs with witches, and so on and so forth. So in this case, the base was not fully maxed. It wasn't fully maxed, and it's a 3-star, and it was a pretty fairly easy break in. Okay, so that looked pretty good and convincing, pretty simple. 5 PEKKAs, 5 wall breakers. Now we have this particular base. Again, as we look at the base, is it fully maxed? No, it's not quite fully maxed. The archers are not fully maxed. I don't think all of the cannons are fully maxed. And the sledges, the whatever those things are called, the crushers, those things are not fully maxed. The Teslas are not fully maxed. The Mega Tesla, Giga Tesla, whatever that thing's called, that's not fully maxed either. And so my PEKKAs are doing pretty good, except that one's getting flung around a little bit. He's hit by 3 spring traps already, that guy. One at the start, one while he was outside, and then just one when he was almost back inside then. But still a pretty convincing sort of attack, really. I got 3 PEKKAs up. Yep, 3 PEKKAs up, and the battle machine looks pretty good at this point. So I'm thinking, yeah, it's a little bit OP. Seems to be pretty good, getting a 3-star on at least non-fully maxed bases that I can get into fairly easily. Now, in this one here, I accidentally dropped 2 PEKKAs first, and they were supposed to be wall breakers, and then I was just like, bugger it. Now, the other thing, though, that I did notice is that this base is a fully maxed base. Well, at least I know the crushers are not quite fully maxed, but, you know, all the weapons are getting right up there. So the higher the level of the weapons, he's got some really awesome walls, this guy. Of course, my deployment was garbage, and once I saw that, that's why I did hold back that one last PEKKA due to a deployment error. But even still, the PEKKAs struggled. They got wiped out, just way too much DPS, and they just buggerized around, just trying to get into the base, just got smashed. And look at that, only 44%, didn't even manage 50%. I could have done better with just a stream of archers circling the base. Okay, let's have a look at another one. Now this one, having a look at the crushers, yes, that looks fully maxed. Double cannon looks fully maxed. So archers look fully maxed. So this is an increased base again. Even the lava bomb looks pretty well up there max-wise. I got PEKKAs getting flung up in the air and down again, of course, by those, whatever those things are called. They're not spring traps, but they're like little trampoline things. Now, again, this is a very powerful base. The other 2 weren't. A little bit more difficult to get into the core in this one than the other 2, and it seems to show, and that is with the increased difficulty level of trying to get into the core, that my PEKKAs are just getting way too much damage onto them and not really able to push that hard into the base. And as you can see here, I'm not even going to get the town hall on this one. Circle around the town hall, 64%. I could have done better with just archers and a couple of cannon carts and some wall breakers. Okay, different troop combo here. Just all PEKKAs on this one. No wall breakers. Can they punch through a wall fairly quickly? Whether this is the right base to try it without wall breakers, I don't know. But as a strategy to see if this is a strategy that you can use on just about any base, I think this is a pretty good idea to just try it on all these different bases and see what you can see. Now, in this case, again, the weapons are not fully maxed everywhere, but they are fully maxed where it counts. So if you've got very high level archers, or in this case, you had very high level archers, you can see there's a level 9 Tesla there just about to hit me, just where the crusher is. And, you know, it's not a max Tesla there shooting at him now, but he's not going to, the battle machine's not going to do too much more damage. So 70% 2-star. Okay, let's have a look at the next one. And this one, no wall breakers, but I went with 2 witches. So let's see, how do the Pekkas get through 2 layers of wall in this case? Now, clearly, I should probably have brought wall breakers in, ditched the witches and just brought wall breakers in. That way, the Pekkas at least get into the base much sooner instead of taking all this DPS damage from the Teslas that you can see. I've got cannon, Tesla, double cannon, archer, and lava bombs hitting these Pekkas, so their health is declining. So that is a consideration, but the other thing about this base is that it looks like a fully maxed base for all weapons in this base, which means, have we got fully maxed everywhere in this base? Possibly. There's an upgrade to do on a double cannon still, so not quite 100%, but when you start seeing gold everywhere on your weapons, you know that you're in deep trouble with an attack like this. And as you can see, only 72%, still respectable. However, is it really something that can even 3-star a max base? Let's have a look at one more witch attack where witches were used. Couple on the outside. Now, look, I've got these other corners have trash in them, but if I put Pekkas there, I'm spreading myself very thin on the Pekkas. Now, normally, if I'd had archers, I just would have put a couple of archers on those. So maybe archers should be an option. Bring in 14 archers to help create a better funnel to get the Pekkas in. But if I'm going to bring in 14 archers and then I'm going to bring in wall breakers, then I'm only coming in with 2 Pekkas. Then I'm only coming in with 4 Pekkas because 2 of the camps have been used elsewhere. I'm 2 Pekkas short. But again, one of the things you notice is how maxed the weapons are in this particular base. So at least the very simple conclusion that I'm drawing is that on a non-maxed base, the 6 Pekka strategy is pretty good if you can get into the base very, very quickly. If you have to buggerize around to try and get into the base, your Pekkas just take way too much damage walking around dealing with trash before they get to any weapons. And in this case, I've got such a large moat around it, I didn't feel confident, and the result tells exactly what I thought would happen. The Pekkas would all perish before they got into the middle. In any case, my conclusion is max bases, Pekkas are no good. You're not going to 3-star them. Moat bases, very difficult like this with just Pekkas unless you're doing something. Weaker bases, 6 Pekka strategy, say with wall breakers or something to help get in, yep, they can fall. If the Pekkas have to walk a maze before they can really deal damage to weapons, that's no good for them either. I hope that helps. If you're looking at doing this strategy and build a base, I hope this helps you out. In any case, that's all I've got for this video. If you have any questions or comments about this, please leave them down below. If you like this sort of content, you want to see more, or share it with your clanmates, please subscribe to the channel. And as always, thanks for watching.